the audiences also loved me and given me a lot of second and third chances. So yeah, I'm very grateful for where I am.
Hmm.
And I guess it's just all about keeping your mind happy. That's it.
But Chunky, we have to talk about this whole idea of insider versus outsider,
Yeah.
because that's the biggest debate right now.
Yeah.
And sometimes, Ananya, your daughter gets a lot of flack online, especially. I wonder, as a father, does that hurt you? Because it 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 must. I'm sure you must be feeling hurt for your child as well. And yet, people are coming from a place of hurt as well, those who are attacking her. So, how do you
Correct.
feel about all that?
It's I as a father, I get very appalled to see kids being attacked.
Yeah.
Young children, it's like they shouldn't. I mean, okay, they have chosen to be on the social media platform, but a lot of them get attacked, and I've seen a lot of girls get attacked more than guys.
Yeah.
They
And
get
quite
told,
in very nasty and vicious
yeah, in very
terms.
nasty and vicious ways. So I feel for all the kids that get attacked. But then, you have chosen to be on that platform, and every platform does come with some plus points and some minus points. Look at the plus points today. I mean, it gives you instant fame. You
Yeah.
connect with the audience. It's the best thing, but you have to learn to use it as a tool. It can't become your personality. I
Mm.
mean, you have to treat it like you would treat your phone. So you can't get emotional and you can't let that get you. That's the only advice I can give my daughter. As for her, her journey, she knows exactly how she got her first film. And when it comes to insiders and outsiders, I feel the moment you sign your first film, you become an insider. You're no longer an outsider.
Right.
So, outsider is a person who's trying to get into the film industry.
Right.
But the moment you sign it, you're in the game, you're in the process, and everyone has a different journey. Believe me, you cannot compare two careers ever. Because there's a lot of hits and misses in careers. You come in, you arrive, you get busy, someone else gets your roles, or then someone else gets very busy and you get their roles. Not necessarily that one director has made a hit film, you work with him, he's going to make a hit film with you. No. And sometimes you work with a director who's given 3 flops and suddenly gives the biggest hit of his life with you. So there's a lot of permutation, combination, and if someone tells you that they know that magic formula of successful films, no one knows. We're just trying to tell stories, working hard, and hoping that the audience really enjoys it. So I don't see anything like an insider outsider. I've been around for 33 years, and everyone who is in the industry, who's arrived and been accepted, is always like your what do you say, your companion, your co-worker, so comrade, whatever you call it. So I've never seen that difference.
But Chunky, why is there currently? You've been in the industry now for so long and you've observed it for even longer, like all of us who, some of us are not part of it, we've observed it. What is the tipping point right now? What happened with Sushant Singh's death that seems to have turned everything topsy-turvy, or at least it seems to people outside?
No, we cannot blame it on anyone's death. It's actually the coronavirus. It's been so lethal on everyone's minds. Even if you've not been affected by it personally, if you've not had the virus, but
Right.
the virus has, because of the lockdowns and people being locked up at home and, not working and money shortage and so many things, I think it has mentally affected everyone. I mean, I have been affected. I mean, today I'm 57. I consider myself experienced. Touch wood, I'm, I'm slightly well settled in life, but I'm feeling that anxiety. So I'm sure the whole world is feeling that anxiety. And when you have anxiety like this, it can lead to a lot of things that is not your personality. So that's why you're seeing more of it right now. Yes, of course, that was discussed a lot, and it was a never-ending discussion and a debate. But being a part of the industry, I can tell you that there is no real truth to it. I mean, we've had people from all spheres of life joining as actors, as cinematographers, as choreographers. Everyone it's a family. The film industry lives like a family. And anyone you ask will vouch for it. There's no doubt about it. You catch anyone. Of course, people do have their grievances. It's
Yeah.
normal to have grievances. I used to have so many grievances. but you have
Like
to
what?
learn to.
What?
No,
What?
you not give units. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like I remember the first time I was nominated for the Filmfare Awards. This was way back in 88, 89. I was nominated for Tezab.
Tezab is best supporting actor, right?
Yes, and I was shooting in Goa. I remember with Sanjay Dutt for Do Matwale, and I really wanted to leave the shooting and fly back to go and get my award because I was so confident I was going to win it.
Mm.
And I begged the producer, and he said, I'll lose a lot of money if I don't get for it. I told Sanju, just do something. I have to go. So he also made up a story, and they let me go for that evening. I flew from Goa to Bombay, and I remember I was at the Centaur Hotel, and I was so confident on winning that award that when the nominations were announced and the winner is, I actually got up and started walking towards the stage. And then they actually gave it to Anupam Kher for a film called Vijay.
Right.
And I never stopped walking. I actually walked to the toilet and then I left the venue. So, as a young, I was only 23 years old then. So it did disturb me. It
Right.
did. But then it was all my fault.
Yeah.
If I go to think of it,
Yeah.
I thought I'd won the award. So it's not fair. I mean, you can have any opinion. You may not be the most deserving thing for it. So these are things you have to learn to live with. And there are things, that do this thing. But I feel things like these tragedies do happen in everyone's life. And you just have to move on. You just have to. I tell my daughter that. I keep telling her, do not try to imitate anyone else's success. Just do your own story, your own journey, and you'll be the happiest because then you'll stop comparing and you'll just go through life happy and smiling. And she's got a very positive, happy mindset.
Hmm. She doesn't get bogged down by some of the things that are said about her or around her.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she's human. Of course she does. But
Yeah.
she has to learn to live with it and deal with it. And I'm sure it has disturbed her in many ways. But she's a strong girl, and I'm sure she will. And she's also got this initiative called So Positive, where she helps people who are getting constantly bullied on the internet. So she's a strong girl. Touch wood. And well, I hope it stops soon. But then there'll always be something new. So you have to be prepared for it.
Chunky, one of the things that has come out of this whole debate has been this whole idea of networking, being seen at the right places, being seen with the right people. How important is that in the industry? How important is all that?
So see, I mean, right from my times, there were things called camps. But
Yeah.
what is camps? Let me explain to you what is camps.
What are camps and what are cliques? Let's understand that.
Tell me something. You have a carpenter coming to your house
Yeah.
or a worker coming to your house. I'm sure you call the same carpenter all the time, no?
Yeah.
But there are 100 other carpenters in Bombay, right?
Exactly.
Why do you call that carpenter? Because you're comfortable with that carpenter.
Right.
That is what is favoritism is nothing but you're comfortable working with someone. And Hollywood does it all the time. You see Coen brother films. They have used the same actors all the time. So many actors so many big directors like to work with the same actors because they're comfortable working with them.
Scorsese and DiCaprio, for instance, they work with each other.
They keep working with each other. So it's very common. I mean, in real life, we use favoritism for anything. We have there are 10 grocery shops down my road, but I only go to one. So this is how human beings are made. Now talking about cliques and this thing, everyone friends are friends. Like when you're doing a movie together, everyone is like a family. The moment the film gets over, you'll all get separated. So I don't believe in this. It doesn't work that way. Of course, what really works is sellability. You have to be sellable to work. But barring that, it's just because you're comfortable with someone, that's why you're repeating that person. And believe me, this is the truth. I don't see anything else.
Chunky, how has storytelling changed from when you began? How do you see that having changed? The characters, the plots, the dialects. You hear so much more diversity than perhaps when you began, or is that so?
I think now less has become more.
Ah,
Yeah. So a lot of the young actors, they underplay a lot of their performances. But I am like from the old school. I like the loud acting and
right.
stuff. But cinema is all about entertainment. It's all about that going to that theater, laughing with everyone, crying with everyone, clapping with everyone, whistling with everyone. We make films for that. Now sometimes it does, those films do not get cinema theater releases and they come on the OTT platform, but there are certain films that are meant only to be enjoyed on the screen. They won't have that kind of effect on a small television set.
Mm.
Of course, cinema has changed in a big way. The game has become bigger. I think today is the golden period of entertainment.
Mm.
Especially if for someone trying to break into the entertainment industry, it's never been better.
Mm.
Because you have your social media platforms, you have the OTT platforms which are welcoming new faces and taking even older talent that have been out of work today. They've all got work, and there's such hidden gems being discovered on the OTT platforms.
Right.
So I think it's the best time to be in the entertainment business, and I think in the next 6 months to a year, it's going to be booming even more. But my advice to people is, if you want to get into the entertainment business, you have to be where it's happening.
Mm.
You cannot be sitting in some corner of India and commenting and saying, like, you need to be in Bombay.
Mm.
You need to be in the business.